Hello dear student, I am Dr. Smita Pakmode and once again I welcome you all in the lecture of connective tissue. This lecture is dedicated to the dental student and though it is named as a connective tissue, it is mostly in this lecture we are mostly going to study the collagen. So what are the connective tissue? As we all know, these are the deep fibrous tissue and they are never exposed to the environment outside of the body. They are integral part of extracellular matrix. Now, as we all know that what is extracellular matrix? It is a complex material surrounding the mammalian cells in the tissue, and this material gives support and maintain framework of this tissue. Examples of connective tissue, it can be a collagen, then elastin, fibrillin, fibrinolactin, laminin, and proteoglycan. But today we are going to emphasize on the collagen. Now, classification of connective tissue, you must have learned it into the anatomy. We'll just give a passing reference here. So connective tissue can be classified as a proper connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. The proper connective tissue, it can be a loose like in areolar tissue, reticular tissue or the adipose tissue. While in dense connective tissue, fibers are packed very densely and these gives more tensile strength to the structure. So it can be regular, elastic or irregular. Now specialized connective tissue, it can be of bone. As you know, it is very strong, but it can be spongy or compact. Now the fluid compound in our body is the blood which transfer certain compounds from one place to another. That is also the specialized connective tissue. And semi-soft material which is known as a cartilage. It may be elastic, hyaline or fibrocartilage. This is all the specialized connective tissue. Now let's see what are the functions of connective tissue overall. So first and foremost, as we all know, it is a supporting and protecting. So as this connective tissue, they establishes the bony structural framework of the body, and that's why they protect delicate organ and other tissue. Now the fluid connective tissue like blood, it is an important part or efficient mean of moving dissolved material. The loose areolar tissue like adipose tissue, they store triacylglycerol, which is a concentrated source of energy. So important function of it is it is a storing energy reserve. As we all know that defending of the body, and this is by the responding to invasion by microorganism either through the cell to cell interaction or the production of antibodies, and these all are the functions of connective tissue. Now let's see what is the collagen. As we previously discussed that collagen is a main connective tissue. Why it is main? Because it is 25 to 35% of whole body protein content is made up of collagen, and it is the abundant protein of the connective tissue. This is we can call it as a fibrous glycoprotein in extracellular matrix, and it forms a part of interacting network of proteoglycan and protein that provides structural framework for the connective tissue. That's why it is very important. Now here I will like to highlight that is gelatin. You know, it's a soft material. This is gelatin. It is used in food and industry, and it is derived from partial hydrolysis of the collagen. Now let's see what is the biomedical significance of collagen. Why it is distributed so abundantly in our body? Because it is important. When it is present in the bone, it gives strength to the bone and it helps this bone to bear the weight. And being the part of ligament, it also helps them help in joints to resist the biomechanical shock. Collagen is present in tendon also, and this tendon helps in the insertion of muscle into the bone, and this actually increases tensile strength of the tendon. Now even collagen is present in the gel form in the vitreous humor, and here its important role is it supports the structures of eye. Now here you can see in the cornea of eye, again this is the a spatial arrangement of collagen. Now, this spatial arrangement is so regular that this part becomes transparent, and it helps in the transmit of light to the cornea. So that you can see the collagen is present in different form in the different tissue, and thereby it perform different functions. So this was the biomedical significance of the collagen. There are total 29 types of the collagen, but in general, we can form three major forms of collagen. So, like the fibril forming collagen, the network forming collagen, and fibrin associated collagen. Now, what is a fibril forming collagen? Actually, these are linear polymer, and these are rope-like triple helix structures, and these are high in tensile strength. So, example of this fibril forming collagen, it is a type 1 collagen which is present in skin, bones, and tendon. Then type 2 collagen which is present in cartilage, intervertebral disc, and type 3 collagen which is mostly present in the tissues, blood vessel, and the skin. Now, second type of collagen is the network forming collagen. Now, actually, it forms three-dimensional mesh. So, such type of collagen is present like type 4 of the collagen. It is present as a semi-permeable membrane of the kidney and lung. Then type 7, it is present beneath the stratified squamous epithelium. Now let's discuss what is the third type, that is a fibril associated collagen. So these are actually linking fibers of collagen to each other. So it helps, here we have the type 9 of the collagen which is mostly present in the cartilage, and type 12 of the collagen which is present mostly in the tendon and ligament. And because of the interlinking between each other, this collagen molecule is very strong and having high tensile. Now let's see what is the structure of the collagen. So initially it is the collagen fibril is made up of collagen fibers, and this collagen fiber is made up of one collagen molecule which is the 300 nanometer long, and it is 15 Armstrong unit in the diameter. Now let's see how this collagen molecule is made up of. It is actually consists of three strands of polypeptide chain. Here you can see these are the three strands of polypeptide chain, and they are interwoven with each other. Now, what is the special is are coiled around one another in the left-handed helical conformation. So this is the triple helix structure of the collagen. Now let's see what are the amino acid composition of each of the polypeptide chains. So this here you can see each alpha chain is made up of the sequence of amino acid, and what you see in this sequence of amino acid, every third amino acid is a glycine. Okay, and glycine, as we all know, it is the smallest amino acid, and it doesn't have optical activity also, and it doesn't remain in the helical form. So whenever glycine is there, there is a break of the helix. So there is unusual amino acid composition. But how then these strands all alpha chains are they are held together? So let's see what happens here. So as we all know that unusual amino acid composition is present in this structure of collagen, and this is rich in glycine and proline. Now proline is again, it is a amino acid. Now this this collagen molecule undergo post translational modification, and here this post-translation modification is formed by hydroxylation of proline and few amount of lysine which is present in the collagen molecules. So there is formation of hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine in post-translational modification. Now what is more important is this step, it is dependent of vitamin C, and if vitamin C that is the first significance. Now second thing, this hydroxyproline, formation of hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine, it leads to the cross linking between the molecule of collagen, and that's why it makes structure very strong. So whenever if vitamin C is deficient, like this is known as a scurvy, then there will be there will be halt in the hydroxylation of proline and hydroxylysine, and so there will be no formation of hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine, and that leads to the weakening of the collagen patients. Now let's discuss about the synthesis of collagen. So as we all know that collagen is a specialized fiber in the bone. It is synthesized by osteoblasts in extracellular matrix. It is synthesized by fibroblasts, and in the cartilage it is synthesized by chondroblasts. Now let's see what are the different steps. In nutshell, we have divided this into the three phases. So first phase is the processes inside the cell. Second is the post-transcriptional modification which occurs inside the cell again. And third phase is the maturation of collagen in extracellular matrix. Now fourth stage remodeling is it is not in continuation, but it occurs afterwards. So let's see first phase, that is the processes inside the cell. As we all know, factors for biosynthesis of protein. So here, in this case, the collagen molecule is synthesized in the ribosome from the mRNA, which is or transcribed in the nucleus. So in ribosome, the collagen molecule which is synthesized. This is the pre-pro collagen. Now, how it is this pre-pro collagen is different? This pre-pro collagen is very long molecule and it has a specific N-terminal sequence. Now, this importance of this N-terminal sequence protein is that it directs this pre-pro collagen to in the systems of endoplasmic reticulum. It undergo post-translational modification. So, how this post-transcription modification occur here? There are two steps. So here you can see that this uh, first is the hydroxylation of proline and lysine residue, and here this phase or this process is dependent of vitamin C. The few amount of hydroxylysine, it can undergo glycosylation. So there is attachment of glucose to the hydroxylysine, and now this alpha chain, they get attached with each other with the cross linking, and there is a formation of triple helix molecule, which is the rod shaped. Now in next is this rod shaped molecule is triple rod shaped triple helix is shipped to the Golgi apparatus. Now from Golgi apparatus, it is excreted in the extracellular space with help of the process exocytosis. Now what happened in the extracellular space? So this is the third step, that is a maturation of collagen in extracellular matrix. So here you can see that we had got pro-collagen molecule. Now this pro-collagen molecule has additional sequence at the N terminal and C terminal. So there are in extracellular matrix, there are the N and C terminal peptidases present. So these are the enzymes present in extracellular matrix, and this will cleave the N and C terminal sequence of the pro-collagen, and now it is converted into the mature collagen, and this is known as a topocollagen. Now this topocollagen, because of hydroxylation, it will form cross-linking between each other. So now this all collagen topocollagen molecule comes together to form the collagen fiber. So you can see this is how synthesis of collagen occurs to three phases, like processes inside the cell, then post-transcription modification, and maturation of collagen. After a few time, this collagen fiber is not static, but it undergo remodeling. So how does remodeling occur? This remodeling is done with help of specific matrix metalloproteinases and collagenase enzymes. So they lyse this collagen, and again this collagen is reformed. Now let's see. Now we have already discussed the properties of collagen, structure of the collagen, and synthesis of the collagen. Now let's see the disorders of connective tissue. So disorders of connective tissue, mostly we are discussing here, are the disorders of collagen. Now collagen In disorders of collagen, it can be either in the form of increased synthesis of collagen or increased synthesis of abnormal collagen. Like we get in scar, there is increased synthesis of collagen. So these disorders can be either inherited when there is genetic effect or environmental because of outside effect. So we are discussing few of the genetic disorders. So, first of this is osteogenesis imperfecta. Another name of this protein is a brittle bone disease. You can easily guess like this in this disease bones are brittle, so what will happen, there is more tendency of fracture. So this is inherited disorder, autosomal dominant, and this is caused by insufficient production of good quality collagen to produce healthy and strong bones. So here, because collagen is not synthesized properly, so bones are not healthy. So here you can guess a few symptoms, like you can see here the bones are bending and there are multiple fractures, so that's why there is a shortening of limb, and this is known as a brittle bone. Apart with that, there is a blue sclera because of abnormal collagen of sclera. uh, and then there are also deformed teeth. Apart with this, scoliosis may be present in the children. So this is osteogenesis imperfecta. Now let's discuss what is the etiology behind this. So as it is a genetic defect, mutation in the gene will lead to the structurally abnormal pro-alpha chain. Now, as these are abnormal, they will prevent folding into triple helix. Like here you can see this lower strand is a normal triple helix, and you can see there is an interweaving of all the three fibers. But what happened here in upper strand, because of abnormality of this alpha chain, there cannot be there is not a continuous weaving of the fibers, and there is a loss of triple helix in this area. So this will lead to the weakening of the collagen. So we get as a result, we get fragile bone and weak tendons. So here we can see there are two types of osteogenesis imperfecta. Now, osteogenesis imperfecta type 1, it is also known as osteogenesis imperfecta tarda. Now this leads to mostly early fractures of the minor trauma. Now coming to the type 2, that is known as osteogenesis imperfecta congenita, and this is a very severe disorder. That's why most of the patients die in utero are due to pulmonary hypoplasia. Now, another disease is known as Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Now, this is a genetic disease causing progressive deterioration of collagen. Now, here you can see there is a deficiency of collagen processing enzymes, like we have seen lysyl hydroxylase or pro-collagen peptidases. When these enzymes are deficient, it leads to the deteriorated collagen. Now, this mostly involves the fibrillar collagen like type 1 and type 2, and it leads to the hypermotile joint and hyperextensible skin. Here you can see the skin can be pinched. This is hyperextensive, so it can be pinched easily. So such skin is more prone for forming scars and wrinkles. Now here another symptoms is the hyperstretchability of joint, as this the collagen tendons are very weak, ligaments are also weak, so the joint, it leads to the more hypermobility of joint, and such joints are most prone for the subluxation. Sub Okay, so this is the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Now, another syndrome is known as Alport syndrome, and there is a disruption of glomerular basement membrane due to mutation of type 4 collagen. One of the disorders, scurvy, I have already mentioned that when the vitamin C is deficient, there is a deficiency of hydroxylation of um, proline and lysine, and that will lead to the formation of abnormal collagen, and which leads to the poor wound healing, then bleeding gum disorders. Uses of collagen in all the areas. So, as we all know, it is a tough molecule, so it gives great tensile strength, and a major component of fascia, cartilage, ligament, tendon, bone, and skin. Along with the soft keratin, it is responsible for skin strength and elasticity, and its degradation leads to wrinkle that accompany aging. It strengthens blood vessel and plays a role in tissue development. It is also present in the cornea, we have seen, and this in the form of lens, which is in the crystalline form. It is also used in cosmetic surgery and bone surgery to form a graft. Now, hydrolyzed collagen can play important role in the weight management, such as protein, and it can be advantageously used for satiating power. Now, gelatin we have already mentioned, which is hydrolyzed product of collagen, which is used in many food, including like gelatin desserts, and beside it is also used in some pharmaceutical, cosmetics, and photography industries. Now, what are the medical uses? Like individual valvular leaflets are arguably held in the shape by the collagen under great extreme pressure. So, you can collagen has been widely used in the cosmetic surgery as a healing aid for burn patient, for reconstruction of bone, and a wide variety of dental and orthopedical surgical purposes. So thank you for listening this lecture. This is the connective issue. This is a small topic. Most of the time, the question may be asked either the structure of collagen, short note,